So to get started on this little woodland fairy look, I'm going to start with priming my face with this Smashbox primer water. And for my foundation, I'm going to use my Too Faced Born This Way foundation. And this is in the color Ivory. And I'm just going to buff this all over my face using a giant IT Cosmetics brush. For my concealer, I'm going to be using my BareMinerals BareSkin concealer in the color Light, and I'm just going to blend that out using my Real Techniques contour brush. And to set the face, I'm going to be using this Lunatick Cosmetic Labs mattifying powder all over my skin. Also from Lunatick Cosmetic Labs, I'm going to be using their contour palette, mixing these two brown shades for my contour. Going back to the same palette, I'm taking this kind of cool toned gray shade and adding a little bit of more depth and shadow to my cheeks and face. Alright, to start with the eyes, I'm taking my MakeupGeek eyeshadow in the color Martini, and I'm just going to focus this more towards the inner parts of my eye, all the way up to my eyebrow. Now I'm taking my MakeupGeek Cocoa Bear eyeshadow and adding a little bit more depth in that inner part of my eye, just kind of darkening up the look as well. Now I'm going to be taking my ColourPop Cream Gel color in the color Workout, and this is a really pretty dark green foresty shade. It's a very creamy product, so I was able to smoke this out a little bit, and I'm going to just do it on the bottom of my lash line. And I'm also going to wing it out just a little bit. We're going to add shadow later. And I'm also going to add it to the inner waterline. Going back to my MakeupGeek eyeshadow in the color Martini, I'm just going to add that to the bottom of my eyes as well. I have no idea what I was going for when I was doing this tutorial, so bear with me. It might seem all weird and it might not make sense, but I promise it will later. So I'm taking my ColourPop Cream Gel color in Stomper, which is a nice dark brown, and I'm going to just start, I don't know, contouring my nose or creating kind of like a very nymph forest fairy nose. I'm taking Frappe by MakeupGeek, and I'm just going to start creating a little bit of shadows. And once I'm done with that, I'm just going to be taking the color Peach Smoothie and just kind of blending out the edges of that last color. Now I'm taking my MakeupGeek eyeshadow in Bada, and I'm going to just add a little bit more depth in that little nose contour thing we've got going on. And now I'm taking my Smashbox Etude palette, and I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows with this kind of grayish brown color. And now I'm taking my Urban Decay eyeshadow in the color Lounge, which is a beautiful green, blue, burgundy, and my lighting just was not doing it for me, so the camera does no justice to this color. I'm going to be taking this Ofra and Dupethat collaboration highlighter in the color You Do You, which is a really pretty peachy gold, and I'm just going to kind of blend all those colors together down the bridge of my nose. I'm going to be taking my ColourPop Cream Gel color in the color Exit. I'm just going to create all these little tiny little white dots, kind of a fawn fairy. I'm going back to my Lunatick Cosmetic Lab contour palette and just start darkening up the cheekbones just a little bit more. I'm just going to kind of add a little bit of contour to my nose and a little bit of highlighter just to kind of give it a different vibe, feel, shape, whatever you want to call it. We're a fairy, okay? I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood Illuminator and just adding some extra highlight anywhere that I need to add it. And I'm just going to add a coat of this IT Cosmetics Hello Lashes Extensions Mascara, I think. I'm going back to my ColourPop Cream Gel color in the color Exit, and I'm just going to create kind of just like a, I don't know what you call this, inner whiteness. We are a fairy, a woodland fairy that almost looks like a deer a little bit, you know? Just go with it. I swear, I know what I'm doing. I'm taking Stomper again and just creating little freckles. This is totally like a little woodland fairy fawn deer hybrid. I live in the forest. You know? I'm taking these Violet Voss lashes in Dark Magic and applying these. I actually fell in love with these lashes. It was the first time I was using this pair, so they're magical. I'm using my ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in the color Limbo, which is a nice chocolatey brown shade. And that pretty much finishes off the look.